Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Egg slash pineapple blessing your screens yet again. Yes, I look very bald, let's just ignore.
And I am not well, I'm very sick. I have the colds.
So let's just try ignore that, and I'm gonna try not to cough up a lung. So today, hello, what are we doing? Stop rambling on about shite. Today, I'm not doing my makeup. Wow. I am doing yet another judging my followers' makeup. That's right, you are the ones getting judged. A little change around from me getting judged all the goddamn time. So I got you guys to write to me on Twitter and to send me your makeup problemos. The last video, it was just a load of you guys sending me on your incredible makeup. I see you. But today, I'm really focusing on helping you guys. Again, I'm not saying I know everything about makeup. I'm not saying that my way is the only way. You guys are asking me my opinion and I'm giving it. I want this to be a place that you guys can learn something fun though. So if you have any tips and tricks, please make sure to leave them in the comments down below. Or if you have any more problems, leave them down below and let's all help each other, alright? The makeup community is up in flames at the moment. So let's just try to make this a little bit more about makeup and, you know, being nice to each other and helping. Let's stop sipping on the tea, alright? Let's stop stirring the pot and let's just concentrate on the important things like makeup. So with that being said, let me see your shit. Ooh. By the way, I have like barely any makeup on because after this I'm actually filming my first Halloween video. That's right. My Halloween videos will in fact be starting next week. Woo woo! Along with Freak Week. Freak Week details will be announced very soon. Don't you worry, alright? You calm down. You just chill out. I'll sort it out for you, don't worry. I swear, my phone has just become a shrine of girls with short hair. I'm gonna do it. I have to do it because I told you guys I'm gonna do it, so we're gonna have to say goodbye to the pineapple and say hello to the peanut instead. I've literally got the attention span of a goldfish. Okay, so first one from Megan. Megan's very good, very supportive. I see you, girl, I recognize you. How do you smoke out the edge of the liner into brighter shadows? In the first pic, you can see the edge of the liner, even though I've tried to smoke it. Okay, my advice for this picture is that you've jumped too many colors. Like you're trying to blend a black out into a red, whereas there should be like a dark brown or a dark maroon in between those two colors. With the green, you had a darker green and you can see the black kind of blended into that a little bit easier. So I definitely think you need to have a little bit more colors. Black is like the hardest color to apply, obviously, and it's scary as shit. So I guess it depends on the brush as well. Make sure you're using a small, kind of stiff yet kind of fluffy brush, because if you're using a brush that's just very fluffy, you're not going to get any pigmentation with the black. Numero 2. Jeffrey. No, Jeremy. Oh my god. What lighting setup do you recommend? I have a hard time with my lighting looking consistent and washing me out in photos. Okay, well, that is a lie because you look fabulous. Second of all, okay, I think you're just being really hard on yourself because you have a white background. Listen, this is the biggest pain in the arse. It can look blue, it can look grey, it can look white. It just changes. To be honest, I wouldn't worry too much about that as long as the makeup itself looks really good. You can always just like edit the background. I always do that. A little bit of Facetune, girl. Whiten that background. Make it grey. I swear, that's the only way I get by in life. That was very dramatic. Natural daylight is the best, but you said you want something consistent, and it certainly is not consistent. Whenever I didn't have my lighting, I used to have to get up super early every day to do a makeup look because the sun always left at me. Wow, that was such a bad time. Never doing that ever again. So I've got a ring light and 2 soft boxes. The soft boxes are unreal because they diffuse the light and they stop you from looking like too harsh. I'll leave them down below. Yeah, your photos are fab. You are just very judgmental on yourself. I can see from the 4 that you put there that they look gorgeous. And if you do think that your makeup's be washed out or whatever, just turn up the saturation. I do all my work afterwards. Like I edit my photos to make them the color that I want, you know? My bun is slightly askew. Look at it. I look like I'm like about to fall over. Gravity, why are you playing me? The one thing I always struggle with, what? The only thing I always struggle with is trying to get my glitter liner to show up and not look separated. Okay, I can already see what the issue is. Anytime I do my like glitter liner, why did I do that? What the hell? Anytime I do my glitter liner without I always do a base of white liner first and then put the glitter on top. Doesn't have to necessarily be white, I suppose, but white is what's gonna make it like really stand out. You could do a bright pink or a bright purple, whatever you want. That looks like it's growing out of my ear. Rude. So many noises. Yes, by having that white base, it's just going to make your glitter pop so much more. It's not going to look bitsy. It's not going to look chunky. It's just going to look good. How to do spotlights? So that when I'm taking a photo, the other eye doesn't look so goddamn unblended. Okay, what I think you're doing with these spotlight eyes is you're using a concealer or gel liner or a base, whatever, to cut this. I think you need to blend the edges a little bit more, as in the actual concealer. So before you put an eyeshadow on top, make sure the edges are blended. You could be using too much concealer, because when you use too much concealer and the concealer isn't blended properly into the shadows here, the shadows you apply on top are going to stick to it. Because it's a wet base, it's going to change the eyeshadow. It's going to make it look like a harsh line. Does that make sense? Put more work into the blending of the actual concealer underneath, and it will make your eyeshadows on top apply a lot better. You feel me? You picking up what I'm putting down? My question is, how do you find inspiration and come up with ideas for your looks, and what do you do when you lack inspiration? I feel like I always get one good idea and then get stuck in a creative rut. Girl, I see you with some stars on your forehead. You know I've got a thing for space, so I appreciate this. Oh, you. Inspirations, I don't know. Honestly, it comes to me at like 2 in the morning when I'm trying to sleep. I don't know, I'm really inspired by other artists. I'll leave a few of my favorite ones here. I love, you know, getting inspiration from people, not copying, getting inspiration. If I'm inspired by someone, I'll try not to copy their look exactly, you know, put my own spin on it, and obviously tag them in it then as inspiration, because there's nothing I dislike more than that. I do get in like really bad ruts where I'm like,
I can't think of anything that I want to do.
But honestly, it lasts the day. I think because I enjoy makeup so much, I try not to put as much pressure on myself to do it, that it kind of just comes to me. I will sit down and I'll scroll through Instagram and I'll look at my favorite makeup artists and see what they're doing. But even random things, like say even like this, the Huda Beauty, like this gemstone type thing inspires me to do like a gemstone type look. Do you know, like there's so many, just anything around me. This is a shit answer, I'm so sorry. Click off now, unsubscribe, never come back. Next up, I just want to know how you get so much depth in the crease. Do you go back in and darken above the crease after the cut? Yeah, I do that. I do a rough kind of outline of the cut crease first with like some concealer. If I feel like it's not dark enough, I'll just go back in with a bullet brush or a teeny tiny little blending brush and just add in that depth, you know, and then go back in and slay that cut crease. I really just need to know how you take proper pictures of your makeup and anything you think I need to improve on here. No, girl, you is flawless. I showed you guys this in my last video, but I'll talk through it quickly right now. I use the back camera on my iPhone. Now, I have to do a lot of editing, the coloring of the photographs afterwards sometimes. This could be a little bitch, but I do find an iPhone kind of better than a camera, and the reason being is I find that the camera I used to use, the Sony a5 1000 or whatever, it actually washed out my face and kind of made me look like Play-Doh, and I don't want that. So what I do is I use the back camera on my phone, I place a mirror, my little mirror, I place that in front of me so that I can see the reflection of the phone and I can see what it looks like. Then I use the turn up button to take the actual photograph. What I do for my close up of my eye makeup then is I actually put it into square, because I like having it in a square. And again, place it in front of the mirror, thumb on the turn up button, and that's how we do. You know, again, I'll have my lighting down below, but back camera is so much better than the front. Just saying, no tea, no tea. How do you make your crease so poppin'? Ooh, thanks girl. Honestly, it's that P. Louise base, I'm not setting it. It makes your eyeshadow super intense. If you think about it, if you set your base with a cream or a white eyeshadow, any eyeshadow you put on top of that is going to be diluted down and it's going to mix with that cream or white eyeshadow and become more creamy or whitey, I don't know. Not over blending as well is a huge thing. I used to do that an awful lot. If you watch my tutorials, you know I start with like the third darkest color or the second darkest or whatever, and then backwards blend, so I don't go on with my transition shade and then try to pack a darker colour on top of that to deepen, because again that's going to make it more diluted and not show up the true colour. I do loads of tutorials on this, you can check it out on my channel. Bit of self promo there for you. I really want to get the crease cut sharp and crisp, and do you have any tips for getting pigmentation and Gillette? Please do not use Gillette on your eyeballs. Oh, glitter, okay. For getting pigmentation and glitter or shimmers transparent with hooded eyes. Okay, first of all, if you really want to get a good cut crease sharp, I like to use a tiny, teeny little brush, and I like to mix Inglot's Durline with it as well. Durline is a mixing medium that makes your gel liners or whatever you're using to cut your crease a little bit more liquidy. It means it's not going to drag across your eyes as much. If it's too dry, you'll find that it kind of like tugs on your eyelid and it creates little like jumpiness marks, I guess. Stop that. This does the damn thing. What? So glitters or shimmers transferring with hooded eyes. With hooded eyes, okay, I'm just gonna show you. So my eyes, you see my crease there? You can see I've got a fold, and then you can actually see where my eyeball is. For hooded eyes, you want to go above your crease. I always go around 2-3 millimeters to be exact above my actual crease. That way you can actually see it. You can see my eyeballs. You can see something happening, and it's not just a surprise cut crease every time I blink. Another trick a lot of girls do is they place a little bloop of their whatever they're cutting their crease with, and they actually look up like this. That leaves a line for how far you should bring your cut crease up, and it's also going to show you how far you should bring it up so that the glitter won't transfer, because it's not going to transfer any higher than that if you look up. I am so bad at explaining things, and I just realized that, but I really hope you understand it. I've just about gotten the hang of fluffy brows. Gave up an Insta brows altogether. Me too. Girl, I am with you. But I still don't get how you make your hairs look so defined. Mine just look like one flat colour. They don't look fake, girl. To create a more 3D effect is I actually use a lighter-ish brow pencil. The brow pencil I use is Benefit's Goof Proof Brow Pencil Shade 3. It's a little bit lighter than my actual brow hairs. Hold on, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh my god, no, that actually hurt. What was I saying? Yeah, I use a lighter brow pencil, so that makes my brow hairs be there. I don't know, not get washed away by the brow pencil. If you use too dark of a brow pencil, it's gonna make your brow hairs like poof or seem like very fair. So I use a lighter one, and I'll use a darker pen tip one for a little bit of definition if I need it. And then I'd say the thing you're looking most for, I guess, is to actually use a tinted brow mascara. This is the Benefit Gimme Brow. So what it actually does is it grabs onto your actual eyebrow hairs and darkens them. So by having a lighter brow pencil and then a dark thing for your brow hairs, that's going to give you a more 3D effect. That's going to make the actual brow hair stand out a lot more. I don't think you're really having that problem though. Girl, you are rocking those fluffy brows. Oosh. Oh dear. Okay. How do I stop the lid go patchy when packing on other colours? This is inspired by you. Oh, cute. I love when you guys send me your recreations. Please keep doing that. Okay, so how do I help this? I don't know what base you're using or if you're setting your base, but a lot of times this can happen if you set your base. It also can depend on what eyeshadows you use. Some eyeshadows really do need a sticky base to make them more pigmented. If I was you, I would, again, like I said earlier, start with your third shade. Like if I was to go and do this look, I would start with the red shade, then blend the edges of that out with my orange and the edges of that out with my yellow. If I started with the yellow and then with the orange and then with the red doesn't really have that much to grab onto because the yellow and the orange are underneath. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's the dreaded patch. Like that's the patch that you hate seeing in your makeup, and that's why it happens. It's because the eyeshadows don't have a sticky base to actually stick onto. And there's the finished video. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Hopefully I helped you guys. Again, I am not the be all and end all of makeup. I do not know everything about makeup. Some of the things that I said might not work for you, but hey, you might as well try. If you've got any other tips or whatever, please leave them down below. Any like secret little tricks that you think I should try or that anyone else should try. Come on, let's make this a fun place. Come on, join in the party. I don't want to be the only one here talking to myself. Or this camera, it's a little bit weird. Hello, is there people out there? If you enjoyed this video and learned something fun, new, and exciting, then please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. It really helps me. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe also and hit that little bell notification button. I am going to be doing a lot of fun Halloween looks. I know I keep harping on about it, but I'm just so excited. So make sure to stick around for those. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you in my next video. I have got loads here though that, you know, you can watch, and there's these ones as well. You don't need to do anything. I will put them right here. No stress, don't worry, I got you. Look it, you can click right there. It's fine.